Hello guys, welcome back to Programming Desire
in C language and why it is mandatory in some cases and why it is not a good practice to use this in some particular cases. So let's get started by firing Turbo C. So I fired Turbo C plus IDE and then so we will find some file that I have already created, so which is of .c extension, and I think I have created it with name fflush demo, right? fflush demo. So it's better to search fflush demo. Let's open it, and it is the program. In this program we are having a problem, and to solve this problem we need to use fflush function. So let's study about fflush function, what the fflush function does and why we are only left with this option to use fflush in this program. So fflush function is typically used for output streams only. That means it is recommended that whenever we are using fflush, it must be used with output streams only. Its purpose is to clear or flush the output buffer and move the buffered data to console. That means it can only do a thing which is clear the buffer. Buffer, that means a particular area or particular memory area in which the data, the temporary data is being stored. So it is used to clear that temporary data, and the data which is stored on that temporary data will be moved to the console in case of output streams. In case of stdout or disk, in case of file output stream that I have told you earlier. Now let's see what's the problem we are having with this program. In this program I have written only a few lines of codes. The first line, which is int main, and the second line that we are having is a character array with name str and with size 20, and the third line is int I, and we are having a for loop which iterates with 0 to 2 times. I mean 2 times it will run 0 1, and we are having an scanf function, and here we are using this pattern to scan the space with this function. So I have created a separate video on this, how this pattern works, so you can watch that video and learn the pattern in C language. So we are storing the data which is entered by user in str here in this scanf function, and after that we are just printing the data. So according to the code, the user is going to enter 2 times, and 2 times str will display the data whatever the user is going to give. So let's compile the code, and after compiling the code we are going to run it. So we are not having any message to input data, but we need to input as we have seen the code. So let's input freeze, and you can see that the compiler or the console is not waiting for another input itself. So let's go to output, and we can see that I have entered freeze one time, but it has taken 2 times freeze. So how it is working and how this problem has been arised. So this is the problem we are having with this program. We are giving input freeze for the first iteration, and though we are having input with this one and we are applying this pattern, so what is going on here? The buffer is not being cleared, so that for the next time the scanf is going to grab or take input from that buffer only. So we need to clear the buffer in order to take input once again. So let's use that function fflush, and we are dealing with input streams. So stdin. You can better understand by clicking right click on this. So you will get declaration and all about information about this method. So on success it returns 0, and on error it returns EOF, which is -1 as I think. So you can read from here as well. So let's close it and run it again. For the sanity, I am going to give getCH function so that it will wait for an input as a character, and here we are going to specify a printf so that the user can know that what to enter. Enter any string, and we are also going to use one more function, which is clrscr. So let's save this program and run it. So enter any string. I am entering freeze, and you can see that freeze is been reflected. That means it is printed, and again it is being asked to enter any string. Now I'll enter Adam, and Adam is being printed once again. So I hope it is cleared, and I am clear on fflush, how to use and why to use. Now let's consider, is it mandatory to use this fflush or not? So we are having some statements here that I have copied from one of my favorite website, Geek4Geeks. So let's understand this statement. So although using fflush, stdin after scanf statement also clears the input buffer in certain compilers, it does not recommend it to use it as it is defined behavior by language standard. So the language says that we should not use fflush with stdin because it has been designed to use with stdout. So but whenever we get a chance and we are having error, we can use it. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.